SpaceX is officially public. SPCX surged 19% on the first day, closing at $160. Elon Musk became the world's first trillionaire. And while everyone is focused on SpaceX, Planet Labs just confirmed they launched over 300 satellites with SpaceX. I'm your host Jared, and you're watching Guts Capital, where it takes guts to invest in what others overlook. And now let's break down what this historical event means for Planet Labs. If you're new here, I cover under-the-radar AI, space, and tech defense companies before the mainstream catches on. This has been the biggest week in space investing history. Let's talk about it. SpaceX priced at $135 per share, making it the largest IPO in history, raising up to $75 billion. On the first day of trading, SPCX surged 19% to $160 at closing. The company is now valued above $2 trillion. And on IPO day, Elon Musk became the world's first trillionaire. Here's what this means for the space economy. Now, every mainstream investor, every passive fund manager, and every retail investor sitting on the sidelines has a reason to pay attention to space stocks. Now, over $30 trillion in 401k money is being poured into this sector. And on the morning of the IPO, Planet Labs congratulated SpaceX and confirmed that they launched over 300 Planet satellites together so far, with more launches coming. They shared actual launch photos of satellites packed inside a Falcon 9 fairing. 300 satellites. That's not a press release partnership. That's a deeply embedded operational partnership built over years, and it cannot easily be replaced. Planet Labs is integrated into SpaceX launch infrastructure, and they made sure the world knew on the biggest IPO day in history. Now let's talk about the stock price, because I know some of you are definitely watching it. So Planet Labs had a pullback from their all-time high of $50 down to about $30 to $31 this past week. So that's nearly a 40% retracement from their peak. So in context, this is a textbook, buy the rumor, sell the news type of situation. The stock ran over 2,000% from its lows in anticipation of this exact moment. Now that the SpaceX IPO has happened, investors are locking in those gains. The RSI was overbought and the valuation was stretched. But here is what hasn't changed. $94 million in revenue, up 42% last quarter. $906 million in backlog. $731 million in cash. NGA contracts expanding, and nonetheless, the business is accelerating, which tells you that this pullback is sentiment-based, not fundamentals. Payload Space just published an interview with Planet Labs CFO Ashley Johnson that I believe every Planet investor needs to hear. She explained exactly why Planet's business model is different from all the other space companies. She also stated that Planet is not capital intensive. Satellites cost between $300,000 and $5 million each. And the core product is data, not hardware, which means higher margins and reoccurring predictable revenue. These are her words. If you're selling hardware and it fails, that's the end of the story. And Planet's data subscription model doesn't work that way. She also said that the stock reacts very well to predictability, and that market dynamics and geopolitics can swing the stocks in various ways that really has nothing to do with the company. That's exactly what's happening right now. And remember, this is coming from the CFO herself. And here's another quote that really caught my attention. So when they asked if Planet will still be a space company in 10 years, Johnson stated, if space becomes another geography that companies operate in, it's possible that space becomes the lowercase and the bigger case is the AI. So the CFO is describing a AI company that operates in space. Now that is a completely different valuation conversation than just a satellite imaging company. Okay, so I've been making this comparison since my first video, and honestly this is the moment where I think it matters the most. When Palantir first went public, the valuation was questioned. Analysts had neutral ratings and the stock was volatile. The bears said it was too expensive. The bulls said the moat was real. And the investors who had conviction and held through the noise were rewarded enormously. I think Planet is at that same exact crossroads right now. They just had the best quarter in company history, a fortress balance sheet, 300 satellites that were launched with the company who just had the largest IPO in history. Gen 2 technology headed to the launch pad loaded with NVIDIA chips. And the stock is down 40% from its highs due to market sentiment. The investors who understand what this company is actually building and they can hold through the noise, I think eventually they'll look back at this moment the same way Palantir holders do. So for a position update, I did add to my position last week during the space sector sell-off, and now my average is around $24. Now what would change my thesis is if the company stops executing, and based on the last earnings report, that pretty much showed that the company is doing the opposite of that. The SpaceX IPO is not the end of the story. It's the beginning of the mainstream space economy era, and Planet Labs is already sitting inside of it. So in conclusion, history was made this week, and Planet further confirmed their partnership with SpaceX and that there's more to come. The space economy just went mainstream. Elon Musk just became the world's first trillionaire, and the company I've been covering since video 1 just had a record quarter. The thesis is intact, everyone, and the conviction is growing stronger, guys. And if you found this video valuable, subscribe and drop a comment down below. So after this pullback, what are you guys doing? Are you buying more Planet? Are you sitting on the sideline still waiting? Or are you waiting for more confirmation? Let me hear it, let me hear it down below. Like I said, I bought more this past week. I would like, if it does go into the low 20s, I would definitely be scooping up more shares there. But if not, if we do pump from here, I wouldn't be mad at that either. I'm sure by the time you guys see this, you'll know that Trump just announced a new agreement with Iran. So I'm sure going into this upcoming week, we'll be pumping or, be pretty bullish. So just let me know what you guys are doing. Drop a comment down below, let me know. And like always, guys, I'm your host, Jared, and you're watching Guts Capital, where it takes guts to invest in what others overlook. See you in the next one.